Why me? My stomach burning and an ugly sore between my ribs was oozing evermore. Abandoned, stranded, shaken to the core, I simply could not bear it any more. With mighty heave I from my bed emerged and doubled over with a painful surge. I realized that I could not afford to so endure, and had to face my Lord. Thus to his lordship's ranch house I set out, bedraggled, injured, battered, and worn out. I dragged myself along the dusty road, 3 miles of pain, in order to unload a nagging question, some might say a plea, that every conscious being asks, why me? I almost fainted when I reached the gate, was motioned over to the side to wait. What is your name? I do not see it here, a guard intoned with a contemptuous sneer. His lordship, do you say, you wish to see? Of course I'd let you in if up to me, but there are rules we all must follow, sir. He turned away and mumbled out a slur. The time dragged on. This day would never end, I thought. But then I saw around the bend a group of well-dressed men in thoughtful chat. I promptly knew the fellow in the hat must be my lord, a sure-stepped, fearsome gent, who'd see that every effort would be spent to rectify, correct, and put things right, and with swift action promptly end my plight. "My lord," I cried, "'tis I, your servant Job." He glanced my way and looked as if to probe. He tipped his hat and purposefully strode towards my perch, a rock beside the road. "My lord, 'tis Job, your loyal servant I, a gentleman, retiring and shy. No lofty aspirations do I claim, and none but dairy farm had to my name. A most severe injustice me befell. My lovely farm, the one right by the dell, was robbed from me in manner so unjust that if I tell you all, I hope and trust that rectify you will with mighty hand this evil wrong that happened on your land." I was about to plead my case, but he just raised his hand as if to gesture me to say no more. Great joy me overcame. I knew that shortly my lord would proclaim that all the wrongs were righted, and my farm would be restored, and no one cause me harm. I'm sure you'll be astonished, as was I. He finally thus spoke, and said, "Oh my, your farm was taken from you, so you say? I'm sorry, sir. It's such a busy day. It's such an inconvenience to us all. I would advise you, tend to it. Don't stall. I have, I'm certain it is widely known, a myriad tasks to tend to of my own." His lordship's words had hit me like a truck, as if a bolt of lightning had thus struck. "My lord, is that the justice that you dole? Your loyal servant I, whose life and soul unquestioningly consecrated so to serve and toil and love both friend and foe, was always grateful, ne'er complained nor cussed, that in your hands his very life entrusts. Does fairness in your lands no long reside? Is justice in your manor doomed to hide?" His lordship turned to me, his eyes ablaze. "I heard it mentioned, yet I'm still amazed when people speak of justice on my land. They long for it, but do not understand its charm endures a lure from days of yore. But justice is a matter of folklore. Now, as I said, I am a busy man, and in the time this little chat has spanned, 1,000,000 jobs are tended to. I'll list. To start, 1,000 souls I do subsist. There are sheep to shear, and wool needs to be spun. There are goats to herd, believe me, it's no fun. There are fields to plow, 1,000 acres, and they need manure to so enrich the land. There are steeds to take out, groom, and brand, and shoe. There are trucks to load, I think I hear them cue. There are cows to milk, your farm is not alone. There are lawyers to be cooed upon the phone. There are brokers, state inspectors, ranch hands, maids, and new construction sites we need to grade. These chores pile on, it seems there is no end, and you cannot begin to comprehend how hard an operation this all is. I run it all, and therefore, if you please. I dared not face my lord yet more, you see. Still managed a soft whisper. But why me? Why you? Why you indeed, the lord intoned. You're gravely injured. Well, you're not alone. In such complex an operation, pray, someone is bound to take a fall, and may I say that normally I do not choose whomever wins and who shall sadly lose. But when the chance I'm given to select, I do it wisely, hoping to protect the less resilient members of my flock. I know this may come to you as a shock. I also rarely have the time to help a man in trouble whose gut-wrenching yelp has reached my ears, and trust me, many do. But when I can, one message sees them through. They all come seeking justice, yet I soothe them with the plain and simple word of truth. You gathered strength and came to see your Lord. You heard the truth, and that is your reward. Well, if you please, I must be going now. Best heal thyself, as time may well allow.